also did a good job with characters, in my opinion. I mean, Oblivion, who is memorable? Alright. Septim, because of the voice. I don't know, but actually, Creamy, I do remember her because when I played and I saw Hlalu, I was super excited. I was like, yes, Hlalu, and then I was so disappointed that she had so little to say. Like, I wanted her to tell me everything about the Hlalu again. So it is a memorable character for me, not so much because of the character, but because of the hopes that I had when I saw that character. And then, okay, the adoring fan. The guy from the arena, because I hate him, but I don't remember his name, but I hate him. Obviously, from the Dark Brotherhood, he's quite memorable. I've seen him never, actually, but I know about him. Who else is actually memorable? I don't know. But, guys, I'm gonna have to... Hang on a second. This is not doing anything. I'm gonna have to abandon you for a second. I need a quick bathroom break, so I'm going to leave you with a Jenga. I'll be right back in just 3 minutes or so. See you in a bit.
The money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
Yeah. Okay, and we've switched back to the better mic, so hopefully... just on time. Okay, we're back. Hello, Luz. Lovely to see you again. How is it going? Are you making any mods for the marathon? I mean, it's not like I read absolutely everything on the Discord because I just can't keep up. But I know you're doing a lot of suggestions and a lot of testing and those videos. So much fun to preview the mods. But are you planning anything for yourself, like to release yourself? Let's have coffee. Okay, and we're in the game, and we want to see what sort of enchantment we can make on our own. See, I have actually a couple. So if I go with Fortify enchantment, followed by Super enchantment. That puts my skills at 155. I've got a lot of whips, not much in a releasable state. Did you hear Adele's thinking out of the wardrobe? Yes, he did. I let him out sometimes on a Thursday at 10.
Trying to subtly make fun of me.
No, I'm embracing the theory that you live in the wardrobe. And that's what the chat is going for, so. His daily exercise, absolutely. Great. Let's see with an enchantment. It's not great though. We probably can do better. Right now I have only my super enchant. And now Fortify. Yeah, I can't have both. I need to make one with a longer spell duration. That's fair, but let's see what we get from that anyway. Super Ancient, where are you? I mean, in the game there's no music. And I think the mic is up now. How is it for you guys? You just realize Rye Mash is Rye Mash? I mean, Rye is the name of the person who made the program originally. Volume might be a bit low, okay. How about that? Your entire life has been a lie. No! Let's see what happens if we try to use our Zero Star with a Golden Saint Soul. I want to make an item. Do I still have, yeah. I have an exquisite amulet, for example. Say I wanted to make a constant chameleon effect. Obviously, in a perfect world, we get, you know, 100%. Which I have very, very low chance of successfully. Oh, that's a very good point. An excellent point, actually. I did prepare a poll for that. Up. That second link, guys, we do need to decide what is the next challenge. Hopefully today we'll finish this one. I'm fairly confident we can finish that one. So next week we need a new challenge. The options are Fargoth challenge, Escape Slave challenge, Skeleton challenge, Middle Earth challenge, Full Random challenge, which includes the D-leveler. Harry Potter is there on the list, but you know, we just finished one, so that's probably not the best option. Okay, so I could never all by myself create 100% chameleon artifact. What else would I want to do? A levitation. You know what? If I'm levitating, um, I don't mind having invisibility. It's not as good as 100% chameleon, but still. And Ecobaz, what's the Harry Potter challenge? If you were there a second ago, there's a link, and it explains the Harry Potter challenge. But basically, oh, hang on, I can show you. It's just going to be much faster and much easier. Not this one, that was Middle Earth. So basically we took some elements from the Harry Potter series and tried to translate that into Morrowind, meaning that to win, it's not the Philosopher's Stone that we find, but the Azura Star, that sort of thing. And at the end we don't kill, to kill Voldemort we actually need to kill Dagoth Ur. Then we chose a house, and based on the house that we choose, we get a class, we get some colors, we get some types of spells that we use. And then we just play the game, basically. Long story short. So we invent a series of playing condition and winning conditions inspired from Harry Potter. Our blunt weapon any good in Morrowind? At high level with the right weapons, yes. Yes, the two-handed weapons are really, really deadly. The main advantage of long swords is that there's more of them in the game, so you have more options, really. You were hoping for a quest mod. No, it's not a mod, it's just a different way to play the game. But doing that, we were forced to do some quests that I personally had never done before. So, the Six House Bellhammer, is that actually good? I don't know. If you can carry it, maybe. Middle Earth was a mod, yeah. No problem, Ecobaz. Right. Anyway, point remains that if we want to have some serious constant enchantment done, we need to pay somebody. Morrowind 2, we've already done that. We've already done Morrowind 2, and we're not gonna do it again. It was fun. It had its fun moments, but yeah. Been there, done that. Yes. We actually played it for 3 hours, I think. A good 3 hours. And you know what? Okay, a lot of things were done very quickly and not very detailed. The placement, that sort of things. Oh, no. Do vote, Skink. Do vote, because you know you're here regularly, so you're exactly the sort of people whose opinion matter. So do vote, please.
Spell right of House Tilbine.
Let's go to Creeper. Let's go make a fortune. Something that in a permadeath game we wouldn't be able to do, and frankly I wouldn't want to do. But here we have a challenge to complete. We've got stuff. Lots of stuff. Hey, Creeper. Did you get rich again? You got sort of rich. Got this, for example, 4,000. Take it. I just picked up some rings and stuff that I don't need. Where are they? We're keeping the black dot. It's a souvenir, okay? Get rid of that. Goodness, I have 4 of these. The escape slave, we start as a Khajiit or an Argonian. It's a Kargen mod where you start as a slave and you need to escape. If you were there when we did a permadeath character and we sort of decided he would be an escape slave, so we had to be racist to his Dunmers, as in we don't want to talk to them, we don't get orders from them, we don't do quests from them, we don't trade with them. We want to do the the Twin Lamp quest. We want to free as many slaves as possible. I believe there is a link to all of them, so you can have a quick look. But it's basically inspired from one of the permadeath character we created. Zero a full hello, welcome on in. Hey Piano, you're up way too early. Oh, I'm sorry that you get up way too early, but it's a pleasure to see you. Alright, now Creeper is poor again. I'm so sorry, Creeper. I know, I'm totally exploiting everything. But we need to get rich, Creeper. That's the way it is. Let's go for one of these and that. Thank you. Have a good day, Skink. Good luck with work. I hope it goes very, very quickly. And then you get some well-deserved rest. See you. I believe I have a number of those, yes. How rich am I right now? 15. I feel so bad for doing that. Then again, I suppose if I had, you know, milked Creeper for money regularly during the game, I wouldn't have to do that. Ugh. Oh no, hang on. 45 speed could be useful. When we get a little impatient, you know, we just want to get things done. And I definitely need to get some Restore Magicka potions. I'm afraid to get a constant enchantment, I need about TK. Is that a correct estimate? I think that's all I have. Yeah, we're milking Creeper. $120, I'm never. 7k. Doable. We're at 30. When we have the money, what do we go for? Levitation, chameleon, or another effect I didn't think of? What do you think, guys? I just wanted to 34. This is mine. We don't sell. 20k, 5k. This is a great exercise. That's how you want to get kids to practice their what do you call it in English? When you do calculations on the spot. There's a word, I don't remember it. It's only 2k, 32, 40, that. 2, 3, 4. Also have that. Yes. I know it's a bit more, but mental arithmetic. No math I could come up with. Piano. Thank you. Mental arithmetic. That's the word. I hated that. I remember at the time we had our slates with actual chalk. So, you know, a long time ago. And the teacher would say, you know, X number times X number, and you had to write it, and you have to live your slate. Oh boy, I hated that. Hated it. Yep. Anyway, how rich are we? 44. We're getting there. We're getting there. 2, 3, 4. I need to sell him, you know, cheaper stuff. So that I can sell. What was that when you used the abacus? No, never did use that. No, we were not allowed calculators, but later on we had a little calculator, and then later on in secondary school, I had that bigger, you know, Casio calculator the one where you could calculate the functions, and I even had the one where the graph would show, you know, when you would enter a function and it would show the graph. Not that I loved math, but you know, I could do some of it. Anyway, Creeper, you're poor. Space age. Cerebi, you know, I'm so annoyed with you because now all I want is to get the Elder Scroll mod for Civilization 6. Except now, for Civilization 6 Elder Scrolls mod, you need to have all the DLCs, and I don't have them. And like 3 weeks ago, they were on sale, and that's how actually I started playing Civilization again. And now they're not on sale. Anyway, I can't play the Elder Scrolls mod and gone. Did you have games on your graphic calculator? No, there were no games, unless I never knew about it. No, I don't think there were games. I think it was the most fun you could have was enter a function and see the graph. That's the most fun you could have. Okay, last one, Creeper. What if I sell you this for 15k and you tell me, no, that's only 1,000. Have something for 10k? 7, 8, 9. We should be rich enough. I'm gonna do it one last time so we don't have to come back, okay? And then drop some stuff. You have 5k. This is worth way too much for you. I still have 17. Let's go for that. Thank you, Creeper. Thank you for your patronage. I think that's it. I mean, then again, Amulet of Heartfire, Fortify Agility, Unarmored Chameleon, 5-point Speed, Fatigue. This is nice. This is better than that. Definitely. And then Ring of Wind and Royal Signet. That's hands down, that's the best one we can have. Fortify Magicka, Sanctuary, we'll sell that. Oh, that's the other stuff. Oh, but I don't think Creeper buys that. Because it was not showing at all. Hey Baka, welcome back. I had fun like that on some French dude's graphical calculator. I could never afford such a thing back then. Plotting, cycloids and spirals and stuff. I successfully convinced my mom that it would help me. Frankly, did it really? I mean, it was kind of nice, you know, after you had the function and f equals blah blah blah, and you would sort it and then you would draw the graph. To be able to have it on the calculator would be a confirmation that it's good, but other than that, you know. Should I use spears, axe, or spears for the character you're playing out because you can't decide? Go for spears. Spears are fun because you charge the enemies and you go shung. And the fun thing with spears is that you, like, if you stand there and just, you know, swing it, you're not going to do a lot of damage. You do a lot more damage when you actually ram the enemy, so it forces you to move around. It's not easier, it doesn't do more damage, but it forces you to fight, not just stand there and, you know, click, 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 but go backwards, charge, and that. But Jim is right, the smartest choice is a long blade. And Red Guard, that's the build that is recommended for beginners. But that's the second time he's playing. Actually, a bit more than that. He did play way before. Spear is more fun. As an Argonian, yeah, that's fine. You know, it's tribal. I like that. I liked my characters to make sense as well. Now I teach my students to do that for the comm graphic classes. One of the homework is second function plots. I did that so long ago. It was not like, oh my goodness, it's impossible to do, but it did require paying attention. I didn't really want to do that, but you know, it had to be done. Did it. Sell the books we don't need anymore. Ooh, hang on. If there's Sujama, Zero Dig Bandry, blah 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 blah. I mean, why not? It's all good. Lean for strength, why not? Let's use, you know, the bit of a cheat. Could say that. Kaganaxtrianon. Let's get some booze. When we fight Dagothor, we can. It wasn't impossible. It did require paying attention, but that's exactly it. And then when we did the probabilities and the statistics, and I was super clear, super simple. But then I would make a mistake, or equations where we had solved them, and at some point I would put a plus instead of a minus. Not paying attention. Fully my fault, really. Right. I wanted to sell you other stuff, but you're poor. What's up with those poor traders? Caldera, city of peasants. Hopefully this fine Altmer is gonna have money. 300, wow. This is me being generous to a fellow Altmer. Let's go with max money though. Bastard. You cannot have my Slytherin robe. Or my third barrier. Okay. There we go. Jeez. If anything, max difficulty will have extend your early game playtime. Yes. Creamy, the max difficulty, basically what it does is increase the health of your enemies and increase the damage that they do. Peasant, yeah, I know. Hey, Artie, that's what it does. So, especially in the early game, you would get one shot very quickly, but you will have to deal damage more times, you know, to kill the enemies. So you need to be more careful when you get started. Where I give all the traders more money. That mod already exists, Piano. It already exists, and it's even a Lua mod, where you can say they have twice as much money, up to 10 times as much money with the in-game menu and everything. So to make something similar, the advantage would be that it doesn't have the script extender requirement. So there's still people who would want it, but other than that, the mod exists already, and it's pretty good. I'm not using it because I don't want my merchants to be richer, but it exists. Unarmored is a really bad idea. Yeah, having unarmored at the beginning, especially if you're a melee class like a monk, where you know you're gonna take some damage, it's really tough. But then later on, it's kind of cool, and you're, you know, light. So I think you need I don't remember the numbers exactly, but if you take a character level 100 with 100 heavy armor, 100 light armor, 100 medium armor, and 100 unarmored, the difference of actual AC that you have with unarmored and, you know, heavy armor was really quite big. Obviously you have to carry the heavy armor, so there's that. Al, welcome back. Lovely to see you. How's it going? I always felt that merchant money in Death was for rounding off bartering, not for actual selling of money. Sanctuary allows unarmored to be just as good. Exactly, you need to have Sanctuary to go with that. There was a number of mods actually that would, based on your unarmored skill, would give you an extra Sanctuary buff to sort of make up for it. But the whole point is heavy armor protects you better, but it's heavy, so you have to be able to carry it around. It's a trade-off, so you choose for your character. Best is heavy armor and clothing. You will definitely get better armor with heavy armor. But if you're a flimsy Breton and you never did anything for your strength, you carry your armor and that's it. That's all you do. Zero Fool, thank you so much for the follow. Alright, we've sold stuff. We're ready to go back. Oh, no. While I'm here, let's pay to have an armor at 100 is 65 AC. Thank you, Jim. I did not remember the numbers. And do you have heavy, medium, and light armor as well? We're gonna go to the pub because I like it. Light in glass is roughly 480. That I did remember that the difference was just ridiculous. Ready for the music? That's why. Bummer. I don't have that, so we cannot play. I need to... That would be a cute little nod. I just need to write it down. This inn, as you probably know, comes from Koranas, clothier of Ardenfell. And I absolutely love it. Clothiers of Ardenfell. I'm gonna add some dialogue where you can actually play a game of dart. What's that on my head? Oh, it's my ugly... Yeah. Okay. You can play a game of dart and you're given, you know, whatever, wooden darts. No, that's not gonna work. Simple darts. So whenever I come to this place and I want to play darts, I can play even though I don't have my own darts. You're tempting me to do an armor, but I don't know if I'm too much of a masochist. Yeah, it's fun dancing. So that's my favorite. Like the girls, they look like they're actually dancing, but this guy. Okay, that was fun. Oh, maybe I can make an update to Estiva's dartboard. Estiva, whose name I'm completely mispronouncing, I know, made a little dart resource. Luz sent me her file where she adds those dartboards to different ends. I think I'm gonna add, or Luz, if you're still around and you want to make a mod that doesn't take ages, add somebody you can get, 10 darts from, so you can play the game of dart. An armor is honestly just as good as regular armor when your clothing is enchanted with sanctuary. I enjoy having at least light armor, since more slots for the enchantments. That's the thing. It gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more items that can be enchanted, even though pauldrons, boots, they typically don't have all that much. It's very true. Let's go back to the Mages Guild. Hopefully somebody's an enchanter here, otherwise we'll go to Balmora. If you want a service done, you go to Balmora. Alchemist, she has nothing. You only have spells. You do enchanting. Here we go. Armored lets you wear both clothing and armor though for enchantments. That's possibly something that I dislike the most in Skyrim, that I cannot wear a robe over my armor. It's like you can get some really cool looks in Morrowind, with your pauldrons and your armor and your robe, and I absolutely adore it. As far as clothing and armor combo, I think Daggerfall is my favorite. You can get some really cool looks. so much clothing to choose from. For Skyrim, I didn't see that. Dun, dun, dun. The real question though is, how many enchantments does your Nerevar actually need? Well, we're not Nerevar, but the more the better, right? Sadrith Expanded is amazing. It is, absolutely, Agent Lens. I started playing it with one character only, and it was just the beginning. It was so massive. The problem is I had installed an older version and not the updated one, so there were a bunch of problems. So I could not finish the mod, but that's only because I did not install the proper versions. Trainwiz is an amazing modder. You should totally check the game that he's been working on for a few years, Underspace. I hope I'm remembering the name right, but if you check his Twitter account or his Tumblr account, he has all kinds of regular updates. I believe he's also on Kickstarter for his game. It's a space game with space trains, so it's not Elder Scrolls at all, but you know, if you like his stuff, you're gonna like that. Trainwiz, a great modder. The Cliff Racer Recursions, fun joke mod, but we're not going to use that. I really liked his Skyrim mod with a companion with a drama face. I forgot that, and it was all crazy, and there's a little more swearing than I need, like, or it's not because you say fuck 5 times in a sentence that it's a lot funnier, essentially, as far as I'm concerned, but still I enjoyed the mod. I think it was fun. It's a very fun content. The Underground and Suran Underworld are my favorite quest mod, second to Sothisil. The Underground, I never played it completely, and now that my games are a little more lore friendly, I mean, if we did a vampire character, then the Underground is definitely something we'd do. Suran Underworld, great for a rogue criminal sort of character. Why didn't I put it on my last permadeath? I think it's because there were too many conflicts with other mods. I should look into it again. But yes, definitely some classic mods, especially the Underground too. It's got a cult following, doesn't it? I'm totally Elder Scrolls an idea and feel like the Dwemer space mod for Skyrim he did. Yeah, that was fun. I can't remember. It was a Dwemer companion, and you go to space, and there's a train. Obviously, it's fun. And yeah, there was a spaceship attacking at some point, like some crazy shit stuff. So it's not lore friendly. If you're very, very picky, if you want your game for purists, you don't want train with stuff. But if you're not too picky about that, then you can have lots of fun. Scourge of the Leech Father. I see you're very much into quest mods, clearly. My favorite quest mod is Illuminated Order. I think hands down it's my favorite quest mod. It's not necessarily as big in scope as other mods, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the mod itself. I enjoyed the gameplay elements it added. I loved it. Only shame was the models. The models for what? Hang on, I need to. Yes, that's the one where you become a leech. Yeah, it was. You know what? Considering we make our game do things that it was never meant to do, yeah. I mean, the whole point is to become a leech. So, someone was asking about a problem on Reddit, and Seven on the World conflict with Dwemer Rebirth project. So they both. Oh, that's probably why I did not add it. And you know what? I think once I didn't want to become a leech myself, so I did the quest to become a leech to know I could do it, and then I reloaded because I didn't want to be a vanity player. You were actually wondering about quest mods for Morrowind. It seems my questions were answered. Oh, if you're looking for quest mods, Illuminated Order, definitely. Then, what is fun? The problem with quest mods is a lot of times if they're going to add dungeons. Is Julian a quest mod? I guess so. Julian is absolutely necessary if you intend to do the main quest, but you're so bored with it that you can't face the prospect of doing the main quest. You want Julian. And you might even want to add Jasmine, because Jasmine is also a companion and she's also a quested companion, and she also has a lot of dialogue pertaining to the main quest. So if you have those two, you're gonna get some, well, new content on playing your main quest. If only I knew how to make a bash patch. Oh, creamy, that's, let me, you cannot, you cannot play without making a bash patch. Here we go, Rymash. You're using Rymash, right? Julian is a quest mod, I'll show you in a second. So you're here, you have all your mods, and you want to install something called test3 command. Like with bash, there was a way, I think it was somewhere, I don't remember where, you could create a bash patch, but it's not the better one. So you want to go and install test3 command. You download, it's a little zip, and you put that in your Morrowind data file folder. It's like, that's it, you just put it there. And then when you open your Rymash, assuming you have Polymos 4, which you should, it's the latest one, it's the one that's still being developed. You go right click, test mod, create multi-patch, and it's going to create multi-patch. That's it. And it's going to put it at the end of your list so you don't even have to worry about the load order. Definitely do that. Your game is not going to behave the way you want it to behave if you don't have that. And then the other thing that I would really recommend is downloading test merge and use that to merge the objects. If you want something, because right now I'm saying that very quickly, you definitely want to check the Rymash guide. In there you have all the links to download Rymash, to download test3, to install all of it, how to use everything. It's all there. So take your time, look at it, you'll find it. Julian Murmur, that is the version 2 point something. There is a beta version, 3.0 I believe, that was available from the Bethesda forums. I don't think it's been posted elsewhere. I know that's the version I have, and mostly what she did is add dialogues for Julian in Solstheim, because Julian is exclusively on the island of Ardenfell, and the new version includes Solstheim. By the way, today is my birthday, and you turned 24. Super grateful. There is a full moon on my birthday. 24 for this moment. But you know what? Happy birthday, first of all, and yeah. But what time is it for you? Because for me it's broad daylight, so I have no idea if it's really a full moon. No idea whatsoever. You were testing yourself and managed to do it. 150 ESP for Super 8. Right now, this... no, not that. It'll take some time. This is my smaller install. And so... oh, I didn't want to go there. And so I don't have that many mods. 150 with no bash patch. That's not good. I mean, it's not going to break your game, but it means that you're gonna install a mod that does something, and you're gonna install a mod that adds something to the same level list, and so that first mod is gonna do nothing. So it doesn't break your game, but it means that some of the content that you are adding to your game is just not happening because it's overwritten by other mods. So yeah, please, you want your, not your bash patch, go for the multi-patch. It is better in the way that, see, that's how many mods I've got here on my smaller install. Oh, but I have not installed all of them, so this one is a decent one, really. I went through so many assets page and code to figure out which ones would do that. It's brain surgery. It is impossible to keep track. The program you want is plugin detection. Like, have a look on the main modding guides. They should link you to that, and it's a program that is going to scan your mod and say, hey, this mod and this mod modify that NPC, hey, this mod and this mod modify that book. And so you're gonna get a list of the conflict. It's very, very scary because it's like so big, and then you'll be able to look at it. Actually, I mean, it's bad, it sounds like I'm plugging all my content, but the fact is that I did make a guide for that as well. There you go, that's the one. No, that's the list of lists, sorry. That's the one. So you want to get this one. This is the program that is going to detect the conflicts. And then when you load it, hopefully I have the picture somewhere. I know I have it. There we go. That's the program. When you load it, you select the mods that you want to plug away. You select the mods that you want to, that's what's happening there, that you want to check. And then there you go, yes. I went quite in detail. So now that's the list of mods, and it's going to check all the conflicts, and then it's going to give you a report that I'm not showing. And with the report, you're going to be able to say, oh, that mod number 1 and mod number 2 modify the same file, but I want the information from mod number 2 to prevail. So in your load order, you make sure it loads after. Sometimes you're gonna go, oh, actually they both use the same resource, so it doesn't matter, you don't have to do anything. But that's how you do. You need to doctor, you need to fix every conflict. The worst ones are the ones of the landscape, because you're gonna have some broken landscape in your game, and that's, you know, ugly. And that's really ugly. Let's try to make that enchanted items. Are we going for, what did we say? Chameleon? Let's see. It's nice to learn something about plugin detection. I was just using Rye and basic knowledge. Most of my experience is from New Vegas modding. 30 hours max on Morrowind modding. That's, I mean, obviously that's the problem with Skyrim. It's more automagic. Okay, especially nowadays, you can just say, yes, this mod, I want this mod, this mod, this mod, and you don't do anything, or you can get away with not doing much. Morrowind is not automagic, so as you said, you need to look into the mod, see what is going to add, what it's going to change, so that with the next mod you'll be able to say if there's a conflict or not. But we do have quite a few tools that help make that a bit easier. I would recommend have a look at those two guides that I linked. They are my own. But then if you want something really in depth, you want to go, if you go to Tamriel Rebuilt forum, they have a number of modding guides. I know they have a guide for Tessame, there might be one for Rymash, I don't remember. If you go to the Tamriel Rebuilt website and you look at their modding guides, it's pretty solid stuff and quite in depth as well. And then if you're ready for the higher level, you want to check Abbott. On his YouTube page, he has some Let's Plays. And by the way, his Let's Plays, I have a lot of mods, but that's a complete joke compared to Abbott. Abbott has every mod that exists, every landmass, and his game, have I ever seen his game crash? My goodness, I don't think so. I don't know, guys, do you watch Abbott sometimes? Have you ever seen his game crash? But Abbott looks at absolutely every mod, sorts, fixes every possible conflict, creates a patch, merge things that can be merged safely. Like his like I don't know how to explain. It's super precise, and his game is great. It doesn't crash. So if you want some, you know, higher level modding, you want to look at his modding videos. Crazy? No, that's not the word. I was thinking like a diamond cutter. Like he does very precise, beautiful modding. Is that a thing? No, diamond cutter is not. It's not a person. You'll fill in the gaps with the word because I can't think of it. Alright, person. Eee! Okay, my 50k. Abbott has exactly. Turns out Bethesda ships out perfectly stable games. It's our fault the game crashes. Not jeweler, like the person who's going to cut the diamonds. You know, it's very precise work and you can't mess up because it's also... Anyway, if you have a modding question, typically following Abbott's advice is a good idea. Because it has an understanding of Morrowind, the scripting, other coding languages, how programs work. Like, he has a very global understanding of Morrowind, modding, computers, and that shows. Guys, my 60k, not enough. If I want to make a chameleon ring of 100, I only need 430,000. So let's not. Let's not. Plan B, simply levitate. Ew. Guys, how do you get anything enchanted? The prices are just crazy. It's just completely crazy. So yeah, of course, if you've been maximizing creeper from the beginning and you're level 100, sure, you can afford to enchant anything. But if not, yeah. 1.27. You modded enchanting is how. That's honestly, I would love to find a really good overhaul of enchantments in Morrowind. And so far, I haven't really found one where I go, okay, yeah, I want the whole package. I don't even bother with making custom items, Deadring artifacts, Tribunal artifacts, True Flame is all I need. Then I exploit the corpus. Yes, I've modded my game where using immersive corpus, so when you get the corpus disease, it gets worse and worse and worse, and then it kills you, so you can't exploit it as much. You just farm a lot of high ordinators. That works too. I just spam acrobatics and jump around the map stealing Daedric items and becoming Chim Incarnate. Also a good plan. Which we might be able to pull off with this install, but with my permadeath install, basically any sort of exploit in the game is not there. It's gone. It's in fact, it punishes you. So what do I enchant, guys? Levitation 1 point. Do I have invisibility? I do not even know invisibility. Let's see. I just don't want to be bothered by the cliff racers, you know? When I'm flying around looking for a stupid ruin. I just don't want to be bothered by... Ooh, a constant light could be useful. Light and invisibility. Even on 100 difficulty, it's easy. Yeah, but you want to mod your game. I mean, play it vanilla, enjoy it, and then you realize that you're a god and there is no challenge for you because you can kill everything. Ordinators, gods, goddesses, Daedric princes. When you can kill all of them, you go, what do I do now? And that's when you mod your game to remove all the exploits. You don't have spells. You don't have spells. So I don't know how to use my soul gem with a golden saint on. I don't know what to do. I thought with my 60k I could afford something cool, but apparently not. Do I make... Oh, let's try something. You can try using a range for constant enchant and then re-equip it until you get a percentage chromosome, but even cheaper. Yeah, it's a bit hacky though. Enchant jump so you can leap across half of the map. Ooh. Constant... What's the name of this course? Oh my goodness. Jump and slow fall, I guess. Water breathing? Nah. You're a wizard! Hey, Kibachev, hello. Everyone in Vardenfell. Wee, Hortator, you're too good. True Flame, chop chop. Yes. Typically, True Flame. Furrows of the Savior's Hide is one of the most popular vanilla items as well. That's... You want a godly item? Kill the king. Kill the king and take that. It's vanilla. And it's just so crazy OP. So crazy OP. So what do we do? What? Yeah, I was thinking making a bound everything. I know it's so crazy unfair, but we needed it. At the times we were level 15. We were gonna kill a lich that would do 600 damage. So we had to. You won't even die. Yeah, with that, it's just crazy. That's why we have it. It was part of the quest. We had to. I'm thinking if I go and do something with all my bound items. What do you think? So I just put the ring on, and I'm gonna get my boots, my gauntlet, my helm, my staff. Or do I have dagger, bow, staff, like katana, claymore? That's a sword, club. What do you think is better? Actually, let's find out. Bound club. Bound club. 4-8. How crap is a bound club? 4-8, 4-8. 10-2, 10-12. Isn't that super disappointing? It feels very, very disappointing. Where is it even in the game? The ring? It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there. The ring is just too OP. Literally some moron with cuirass level 10, boots of blinding speed, spamming a max stack of Dwemer shot starts. Yeah, that's what happens. I remember an old story of someone playing through vanilla Morrowind one more time before Oblivion came out. He made a stupidly powerful potions like Dagoth ore in the first. Oh yeah, I mean it's one of the tricks to finish the main quest. If you watch some speed run of Morrowind, essentially they go for the scrolls. Right now I can't remember the name of the scrolls. But you know the one from Tariel's. Grab some Sujama that is going to make you super strong and dumb, but super strong. And so if you manage to land a hit on Dagoth ore, you're gonna do a whole lot of damage. So buffing your strength is a way, like you just need to be lucky and land one hit, and then you're gonna do a lot of damage, which is why I bought this and this. I'm gonna drink that. Oh, you found it. Alright. How beast race can't wear boots. It's one of the, like, the idea with the beast race is that their racial stats and the buff they get for skills are slightly higher than other races to make up for the fact that they cannot have the boots. And you know, not having the boots of blinding speed, it sucks. So it was 4-8, 4-8, 10, 12, and I want to compare with the staff. The staff is 316, 112. Speed 175, reach 180. I forgot to look at the speed. I'm going to assume the club is a lot faster, or a bit faster. Speed 175, reach 180. Wait, I always play Longblade Imperial with an afro just to trigger down. So you always play the same character. I mean, it's just because I always play different characters, and I really try to make them quite unique in the way that I play. I used to always make the same sort of characters. It would be Restoration, Mysticism, Light Armor, Short Blade, or sometimes Long Blade. It was always the same. Always the same. Okay, so let's find out the strength. Sorry, the speed. Speed 150. Okay, so the bound club has a little more consistent damage, but it's not faster and it doesn't have the reach. So we would go for the bound staff. What am I missing? Who can sell, guys? Do you know who can sell the bound cuirass? I could use that. Bound mace. Bound mace. That could be good.